Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now today's video is going to be on Ying. Now the main thing that I want to talk about with Ying and the main tip that I want to give you guys is whenever you guys flash somebody, always look for the teammate that's going to cover essentially. Like the guy that's going to look to essentially counter you by swinging because you flashed their teammate and you're about to get a free kill on their teammate, okay? Now, this doesn't always happen. There's not always going to be cover for when you flash somebody. However, when you do end up inevitably having someone that's going to try to cover you, what you want to do here is for example, this Melusian is inside a terrace here. This is a free kill for me because he goes off to the left, okay? Now, since Melusi goes off to the left, I can full charge one of my Candelas here to basically flash him, guaranteed because of how the flashbangs come out of the Candela. When the flashbangs come out of the Candela, they come out like slightly vertically, basically. So even if he's like prone behind like a desk, like say if he goes prone behind a desk, which is for context, is exactly what he's going to end up doing. He's going to prone behind like the little desk inside a terrace. And no matter what, he's going to get full flash because the Candelas come out, or the flashbangs come out slightly like vertically as well. They don't just come out horizontally, even though the Candela's on the floor. They come out vertically slightly as well, so he's going to get flashed no matter what, okay? Now, the reason why I paused here is because I want to talk about this second Candela here. Now, at first glance, it might seem like I'm trying to toss a second Candela into minibar. However, that's not the idea that I'm going for here. Now, I'm tossing my second Candela here. It's an uncharged Candela, by the way. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want this second Candela to flash Melusi again, okay? And the reason why I'm doing that again is because before I can secure this free kill on the Melusi, I have to look for the cover that's going to come out from minibar. And for context, it's going to be a bandit that's going to swing for cover for the Melusi. Because, like, you know what I mean? It's the most logical thing to do. If you look at it from Melusi's perspective, right? They're playing in comms with each other, right? He's going to be like, help me, help me, help me. I'm getting flashed out. I need help, right? So you being the good teammate that you are, you're going to go and swing minibar here to try to look for the free kill on the me, since I just flashed your teammate who's going to 100% die if you do nothing about it. So for context, that's why I'm tossing the second Candela, is to re-flash the Melusi, look for the kill in the time that it takes for the second Candela to pop, and then after I get the kill, I walk in, because he should still be flashed. The second Candela will flash him again, and then I'll be able to secure the free kill for Melusi after the second Candela goes off. But that's going to be the idea with this. I'm going to go ahead and unpause now. The second Candela is going to roll in. I'm going to peek towards minibar here, expecting Bandit to peek, get a free kill into him. Second Candela comes out, flash the Melusi, get myself a free kill into him, and then my teammate's going to follow up and get the last kill, and we secure the round. Now, next up, we're going to be over on Clubhouse. Now, the main thing that I want you guys to pay attention to from this clip is that Ying actually has hard breaches. So we open up dirt, we open up blue hatch. Now, this is just to open up a play for a kitchen hatch drop where you do a Ying push through blue, basically, and then your goal is to overwhelm Arsenal. Now, right here, I'm fast forwarding through this, and the reason why I'm doing this is because my teammates are going to make callouts that this guy over by strip. Now, our plan was to do cutoff points and then have our gridlock push into him to get the kill. However, he ends up dying, so I decided to go over here and try to just rat for him and see if he tries to walk back. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know why he does this, but he ends up impacting my soft wall right here, so that just spooks me, and I'm like, you know what, this isn't worth it. Let's just go ahead and look for a play for sight. So in this position here, what I'm looking to do essentially is I'm looking to do a Ying drop for blue hatch here, or stock hatch, for example. And the idea here is that there's a Doc, there's a Legion. Now my teammate's going to end up killing Doc, but I'm going to go to Ying deep into back Arsenal here. And the idea here was for me to flash the Legion. However, that's not what ends up happening here. He's actually going to be really deep still, so I end up getting a free kill on him. Cade looks for the refrag, but I get a free kill on him as well. And then right here, it's a 3v2 position. Two of my teammates are on the hatch. And so what I end up doing here is I end up using one of my Candelas to go ahead and just make noise for me, so I can go ahead and start hitting a plant. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a plant. The last guy is actually, for context, on back Arsenal here, but he doesn't know that I'm planting, so I go ahead and get a free plant off, and then we're going to use our other Candela. We have one extra Candela. We're going to use it to basically flash him while he pushes up towards the diffuser towards me. And then right here, I'm going to go back up on the stock hatch. I'm going to hold my last Ying out in my hand, and all I'm doing here is just waiting for audio of where the Goyo is. He's going to end up going to the diffuser here. We're going to toss our last Ying Candela from the hatch, full flash him, drop on his head, get a free kill, and basically secure the round. So right here, we toss it. He's going to get full flash, and we get ourselves a free kill. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the LMG on Ying. Like, this thing is actually kind of gross, I will not lie. It's just as good as Sledge's gun. The main thing that I really like about it is that you can just like straight up pre-fire people if you know where they are and just use their whole magazine. This gun has 0 recoil. So like right here, there's a Goyo on the plants right here. I'm going to go ahead and just pre-fire my entire mag. I literally have more bullets to spare after I kill him. This gun is actually gross. Now the next thing I want to quickly talk about is, if you've noticed there so far in this video, I'm using the red dot scope, and the reason why is because the little reticle in the middle of the gun is actually like a lot more tinier than it used to be. I feel like I vividly remember the crosshair being like massive on this gun, on the red dot scopes in particular. I remember the little dot in the center just being massive. Now it's like super tiny. So I personally like using the 1x scope on Ying's gun, and the reason why is just because it makes sense with your utility. Like, you're going to flash somebody, you're going to run in on them, you're going to get yourself free kills. Having the 1x scope just makes sense because you're going to be able to essentially get the, like, guarantee those free kills because you're going to be in close range with them anyway if you're using the Candelas on them. The other thing I've noticed too is, like, whenever I use the 1x scopes, like, guns literally have no recoil too on top of that. So like this gun, for example, it has a lot of horizontal recoil, and I believe it's like off to the left if I'm not mistaken. And the 1x scope basically just like makes it so it's a lot easier to control. You don't even notice the recoil. Same thing if you use this on like Twitch's gun, which I am planning on making a Twitch step-by-step, by the way, and I'm going to be using the red dot again just so you guys are aware. But I am going to be using an extended barrel because it actually has no recoil. Anyway though, that's going to be for a different video. Right here, our push is going to be for lounge. We're pushing for garage. That's the idea here, guys. I want to get Raptors control using Ying. Now right here, this doc is very vividly aware of us pushing baby steps into garage for him. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my heart breaches. I'm going to go ahead and open up this garage wall. Now this happens all the time on people playing for Raptors, but they just like ignore any type of walk-in for bottom garage here. So what I'm going to end up doing here is I have one of my teammates on the door here. He's going to end up challenging way too early, but him challenging does open up the opportunity for me to Ying Candela this guy out. And then since we're using the 1x scope, we're going to run up on him. We're going to just force the gunfight on him, get myself a free kill. Now right here, my other teammate's on the roof, so I kind of got to chill in this position because we're not quite ready to do a push. Azami tries to swing me because she knows that if she kills me, then the round is basically over since my teammate's on the roof. I'm going to go ahead and back up to the top of the staircase, swing the window, get myself a free kill on Azami. Now it's a 2v1 position. Last one is the Goyo. He's actually on red stairs for context here. My Candela is actually going to hit the wall here, so I have to toss another one. But my teammate ends up dying here, so I go ahead and swing aggressively and get myself a free kill on the refrag for the Goyo at the top of the staircase here, and we secure the round. Now, it wouldn't be a Ying video if I didn't talk about rush planting with your team when they use, like, Graham, Gridlock. I believe the other one is Capital. Sometimes Glaz even, Monty, Blitz, that type of thing. But for the specific rush that we're going to be going for here with my team here, the idea is that we're going to go up to the skylight hatch. We're going to break open the hatches with Gridlock's shotgun. And then I'm going to Ying out. I'm going to smoke out both sides of the skylight so that way my teammate can plant behind the inner bar. Basically he's gonna vault over the inner bar and he's gonna plant right there next to the freezer, like inner bar wall, basically is the idea. And then what we're going to do with Ying is we're going to drop the new hatch after I use all my Candelas on the skylight to let the plant go down. You're going to see right here, we're going to Ying out. I'm going to go ahead and Ying. All I'm doing here is I'm just trying to make it really difficult for enemy team. I go ahead and smoke out so that way my teammate can plant inside of the smoke. And then we're going to go ahead and use all of our Candelas here. We're just trying to guarantee that the plant goes down, the Grims come out. And then what we're going to be doing here, guys, is we're going to drop the new hatch, like I said, and we're going to be looking for anybody trying to look to swing to deny the default plant. We get a free kill on Doc. Right here, I get too over ambitious and I try to swing for more kills, but I go ahead and end up rotating back towards the new hatch here because the enemy team is scrambling here, but the easy way to win in this position is for me to just sit my butt on new hatch and just wait for audio of anybody trying to walk up to try to look for like any kills underneath the skylight here. So what you're going to see here is there's going to be an Echo that's going to swing my left side here. He's going to end up peeking. He's going to actually end up like quick peeking, like jiggle peeking me. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a free kill onto him. And then now it's a 3v2 position. The last two guys are actually going to just bait in this position. They're not going to be able to win. They're just going to bait it out because they know they can't win anymore. And we're going to go ahead and secure the round. Next one is another one that people love to do, and if you've been playing Rainbow Six Siege for a long time, you already know what we're about to do. We have the Ying, we have the Gridlock, we have the Glass, we have the Capital, and then we have Monty. Now, this push is going to be a little bit awkward, and I'm going to tell you guys when it gets awkward. But long story short, the idea is that we're going to Ying out once again. Monty's going to plant on the door. Sometimes they're going to eat a Nitro, which is actually going to happen, which is going to happen in this clip in particular. But my hero of a teammate, my Capital, is going to replant a diffuser for us, which is going to be fantastic. And long story short, the idea is me and my Capital are going to go over to the AC window here. There's a little, like, rappel like little spot that you can use right here. It's kind of weird. I don't know why you can only do it on this side, but not, well, actually, I guess the sign gets in the way. But anyway, the idea here that we're waiting for here is that we're going to Candela when the Monty walks up to the doorway. However, for whatever reason, he's over by East Stairs. Not really sure what he's doing. He's in La La Land currently, but we're waiting for him to rotate over. I'm actually telling my teammate to TK to Monty so that way we can get this going. But he does eventually start coming around, which is fantastic. We're going to go and Ying out here. We're going to start using our smokes. Now, the reason why this push is a little bit awkward is because my entire team tosses all of their smokes right away here, and my Monty is going to actually end up getting C4'd here. I missed one of my Candelas, by the way, but we end up shooting it so it doesn't affect my teammate. And then my Capital is going to jump in. He's going to start hitting the plant. The smokes are going to go away, so he can actually get shot from the Mira one away right here. But we end up killing the Mira, and nobody ended up killing him. He does get injured here. Valk's going to jump out of the window here, but I'm going to end up swinging aggressively to save one of my teammates. My Capital's still alive, which is fantastic. Now it's a 2v2 position. In this type of position, I just need to chill. I don't really have to peek anymore, so I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to reload my gun. I'm going to hold the window, and I'm going to wait for my opportunity to swing to kill both of the last two guys. My teammates are giving me callouts that the Warden is playing close on my window here, so I'm just waiting until I can get a free kill on both of them. I go ahead and wait for the plant to start going down, and then I swing aggressively, kill the Warden first, and then get the free kill on Doc, and then we secure the rush plant right there and end up winning the round. Now there's two more tips that I want to give you guys when it comes to Ying, but long story short, the first tip of the last two that I want to talk about is when you are using Ying, you want to try to use her as an operator where you use it to gain space. So the idea that I mean by that, it doesn't matter how you use it, but the main way that I want to talk about it for this clip in particular is that I'm going to be using it to allow my teammates to walk up lobby staircase, because for context, there's going to be a guy that's playing inside an elevator, okay? And so what I want to do is I want to Ying out elevator, and so that way the guy that's inside of elevator gets full flash, and then my teammates can walk up and get a free kill onto him. Now on the zero cam here, I actually end up hearing the guy inside of elevator. That's how I know that he's in there. And then right here, I'm looking to line up a Ying toss for elevator here, so that way my teammate can get a free kill on him. Now my teammate ends up walking up to the top here. That's why I hesitate to toss this Ying Candela. And then this Valk ends up swinging me for the bottom here. He's not looking at me for some reason, but I get a free kill onto him. Also, there is nobody inside of elevator, so we're going to go ahead and walk into Trump here. The Doc is going to end up killing my teammate here, but I'm going to go ahead and swing aggressively here, get a refrag for him. Last guy's going to be bottom lobby here. We have a drone on him. He's getting red ping. Now, honestly, I expect him to walk up the spiral staircase here, but he ends up rotating over to spiral. So we're going to go ahead and get on this elbow angle for marble here and get ourselves a free kill onto him and secure the round. But anyway, in this next clip, I'm going to be fast forwarding through this, and the last tip is going to come later on in this round. But long story short, the idea that I'm looking for in this clip is that I'm running hard breach tool to get open to open area hatches, and since I do have a Habana on the board, what I'm actually going to end up doing is that I'm going to look to try to roam clear a little bit. So for context, there's a vigil playing inside of open area here. I'm going to go ahead and open up the window here for the phantom pressure, and then I'm going to walk up to top square here just to take fast top square control. I didn't drone any of it out. I just assumed nobody was going to be up here, and I just quickly took top square here. And then what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm actually going to get back on my drone once again. I'm going to start droning out open area, trying to look for the vigil or trying to look for any other roamers here. But what ends up happening here is I'm going to get on my drone. I'm going to drone out archives. I'm going to see archives is clear. Then I start getting spider senses, and I'm going to basically get off my drone at this perfect timing that this Capcan is flanking, get a free kill onto him. Now we're going to go ahead and get back on our drone here. I'm going to start droning out the rest of archives tellers. I didn't see anybody there, so I'm going to go ahead and start rotating over to open area. And what ends up happening here is when I go through this double door here, my teammates actually give me a call out that the vigil is still in open area. We get a free kill onto him as well right there. And then we're going to go ahead and pop open these hatches here. And the last guy, for context, is the Warden. He's going to be over by server side, and this is going to be the last thing that I wanted to quickly talk about. Now here's the final tip. When you flashbang a warden, first of all, the warden glasses make noise, so it'll give away his position. So in moments like this where it's a 3v1, if I flashbang him, he's going to activate his glasses, which is the most logical thing for him to do, okay? I do drone him out here, so I already know he's here. However, I don't know where he's going to be after I get off this drone, so I'm going to flash him. The most logical thing that he's going to do is turn on his glasses, which is going to give away his position, and then he's going to ego challenge me. Now, unfortunately, I do end up whiffing here, but my teammates follow up and secure the kill onto him. But this is a way that you guys can use to basically force the warden to give away his position and have him force a gunfight onto you, because he's going to do that 99% of the time. And I wanted to bring it up. I did unfortunately whiff, but I did want to bring it up because I thought it was a really good tip. Now that's pretty much going to do it for today's step-by-step video on Ying. Now, the last thing that I really quickly wanted to show you guys was this little spawn peak counter for top red for landing. This isn't really a Ying tip or anything like that. This is just like a nice little way of countering the red spawn peak window here. You're going to see here this guy peeks me on the window. Honestly, I don't even end up seeing him. I just end up getting a free kill because I pre-aim that window in particular just for people that do spawn peek that window. That's going to pretty much do it for the main commentary that I wanted to do for this video. I have a couple extra gameplay clips that I have here for you guys. And yeah, but anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!
Lights on.
Seconds. 5 seconds to go. You've located a bomb. Make your way to its location and defuse it.
Swapping mags. Drone activated.
Tracks in action. Track sting is deployed. Track sting is active.
Reloading ammo.
Changing mags!
Lights set. Lights on.
Tracks deployed.
The diffuser is no longer in your possession. One friendly operator remaining. The diffuser is now secured. Op 4 eliminated.
We move carefully.
Lights on.
down.
One friendly.